everybody, it's me Adele and welcome to my channel Sew for Serenity, where I talk to you about my sewing journey, talk to you about my love for fabrics, patterns, dressmaking, and we have general sewing and life chit chat. So if that sounds of interest to you, please keep on watching. Welcome back to all my regular viewers. If you're new here, I hope you enjoy this vlog and consider subscribing. So this vlog is my contribution to a wonderful challenge that is being ran in the sewing community for the month of October called #SewUpcycle22. It's being ran by Becky from Notes in the Sewing Room and Karen from Sew Little Time, who I have had the pleasure of meeting in person at the Dressmakers Ball. And they are absolutely wonderful, lovely ladies and really passionate about this challenge. So for the whole month of October, there is a vloggers tour of vloggers that are getting involved with promoting this challenge, and I am one of them. Now I am bringing you my vlog towards the end of October, so there's only a few days left of the challenge to get involved, but you've still got time to do something. So my vlog is to bring you some ideas, some inspiration, and talk to you about what my plans are for getting involved in this challenge. So before I go into what plans I have for this challenge, I thought I'd talk to you about the rules. Now I'm not going to go on about it too long, because if you've been following the vloggers that have been doing their inspiration videos, you will be well aware of what the rules are. So you need to make an upcycled garment, use something other than fabric, new fabric. So what we mean by that is not a fabric in your stash or buy a new fabric. You need to include a before photo of what you've used, and reveal your garment on the 31st of October and tag Becky from Notes from the Sewing Room and Karen at Sew Little Time. So the rules are: you make a garment for yourself or someone else, but no pets. Boo. You can use a tablecloth, a curtain, a bedspread, an old and worn make or a ready-to-wear piece of clothing, or buy something from a charity shop if needed, or raid a friend or family member's wardrobe. So lots of options there. Use #SewUpcycle22 whip for any sneak peeks of your make, and ensure you show your before photo of what you've used to make your garment. Now, there are lots and lots of prizes. So the prizes so far I'll put up on the screen are rainbow fabric, So Essential, So Different, Jennifer Lauren, Handmade, Minerva, Friday Pattern Company, Tilly and the Buttons. Lots of companies are offering prizes for this. So absolutely amazing challenge, and I'm excited to get involved in it. So if you've been watching the vlogging tour, the people that have come before me, yesterday's vlog was So Let's Sparkle with Sam, who I hadn't actually heard of before, and tomorrow's vlog is Onyx Art Studios, so please check them out. So then, what am I going to be doing? Well, I have never ever upcycled anything. So I've done alterations. As a lot of you know, I've not been sewing for that long. I think it's just over a year now. And within that time, I very much focused on new fabric and making things up from new fabric. I have done alterations, as I said. I've altered some jeans in respect of shortening them for my husband. I've made jeans into shorts. I've shortened things. But yeah, I've not actually, I've took things in to make fit my children and stuff, but I've not actually ever recycled something or upcycled something. So this is a big challenge for me, really, and that's why I was keen to get involved. So I do have quite a few ideas, and I'm really happy to share them with you. So without further ado, let me get my bits and bobs. Okay, so I've got quite a few different plans to show you. Now, I'm not going to get all of these done, but I wanted to try and find lots of inspiration so I could show you all the different ways that I've thought of to upcycle in my house. And then I'll probably try and choose one or two of these to actually reveal on the day. So the first thing I thought of was, what have I got that I've made that just isn't right for me for whatever reason? Now, there's only a couple of things that I've made in my wardrobe that I've ended up not being happy with. So the three things are a shirt that I made out of the Tilly and the Buttons book, which I cannot remember the name of, but I'll insert a picture if I've got it, and everybody said it looked amazing on me, but I just didn't feel comfortable in it, so I did actually gift that away. So that would have been one thing that I could have looked at. I've actually gifted that to the charity shop because I thought someone would get some wear out of it. The other thing was my saltwater slip. in a Fabric Godmother fabric, which actually looks really nice, but I'm just not comfortable in it. But I'm not ready to cut that one up yet, so that one's still in my wardrobe. And lots of you know I have a love-hate relationship. I want to love the saltwater slip, but it just doesn't suit me, and I didn't enjoy the sewing process, but I'm not writing it off completely. The other thing was a blouse that I made in a collaboration with the lovely Claire from Stitch Hem Sew, and I made it in a Lady McElroy Love Note fabric, which is this fabric, in a gorgeous dusky pink colour. And I made the Celeste blouse by, who made that blouse? So it's Celeste Dress and Blouse by Selkie Patterns, and I just fell in love with this blouse. Now they don't actually exist anymore, Selkie Patterns. I've actually stopped trading. I mean, you'd probably still be able to get the pattern maybe somewhere if they had any but I think they were PDFs. Anyway, it's a really nice shirt pattern that I fell in love with, and I decided to make the blouse version in this fabric. And two things: I made the smaller size, the size 8, and I was a lot smaller than I am now, and it was a little bit too snug across the chest and the back yoke. And also I had a massive issue where I had to seam rip the side, and I actually did a big rip in the side, so I was never really happy with it. It looks stunning, and I'll put a picture in of it, really liked it, but I just wouldn't have been comfortable in it. So anyway, I've unpicked that and got the fabric, because the sleeves were big sleeves, and so lots of big scraps of fabric that I have here. So the front piece, and then the back piece as well, and the yoke. So I've got quite a lot of scraps of fabric of that, and I'm thinking that I could reuse these scraps to make some kind of either dress or top for Alice. And I'm thinking of a top that I've made before for her, and I can't think of the name, but I'll insert a picture of it, and it's like a little smock top, and I'm thinking that I will probably be able to get, I know I've made that out of fat quarters before, 2 fat quarters, I've managed to squeeze it out, so I'm going to have plenty enough here to make something for her in that. So that will be a make for Alice. I'll insert a picture of the name of the pattern, and yeah, that should be quite a nice little sew that I can make, and it's all bias bound as well, so it should be quite quick, and that would make me feel better about this fabric. With it being a Lady McElroy, a cotton lawn, it's just such a shame to throw it away. So that's my first upcycle. So the next idea for inspiration that I wanted to talk to you about, and this is my top make that I think I'm going to go for, is to make a top that I've seen, and I've talked about this before on my channel. It's called the Collage Gather top, and it's by Matchy Matchy Sewing. It's an Etsy pattern. It's took Instagram by storm because it's very much pieced together in little like collage pieces, and so it's perfect for scrap busting. Now I've got 3 pieces of clothing that I want to use to put this together. So the first thing I've got, which would be for the main bit of the fabric, is this denim dress. Now it is actually like a chambray, because it's quite lightweight, and sorry, it's a bit creased. It's from Dorothy Perkins, and I've had this for probably about 15 years, and I used to wear it all the time, but I just don't go for it anymore. You know, I've had it so long that I'm thinking it's such lovely fabric and soft, but it's a bit dated. So I'm thinking now I want to upcycle this and use this in this collage top. And the thing that I really like about it is the back. It's got this beautiful zip in the back, and I'm wondering if I can incorporate that into the back of the top. I don't know if I can, but there's definitely enough fabric there to incorporate into this top. So there's that one. And then the next bit is this. So this is just a Primark vest top in leopard print that I've had for ages, and I'm just thinking, don't really wear it that much. could I use the fabric, and I think that would look really nice together. And then finally, to give a little bit of extra, I have these cut-offs. I mentioned earlier that I actually made a pair of my husband's jeans. It's a very lightweight jean. I mean, I wouldn't even call it a jean fabric, it's more like a heavy twill. I cut off the legs of his jeans and made them into shorts because he just wasn't wearing them. And I had kept the pieces, so I thought it's really nice fabric. And I'm thinking, I've got 2 of those. I'm thinking this, and this, and this would make a really lovely collage top. So that is something that I really want to do, and I definitely will wear this. It does a short sleeve version with turn-ups or a long sleeve version, depending on how much fabric I've got. I mean, I'd like to do the long sleeve version, but I might not have enough fabric for that. But I just think that would look really nice, and I will really wear that if it looks, you know, if that works together in those colours. It's really me. So yeah, that's definitely one I'm excited to do, and even if I didn't do it for Upcycle 22, I probably would do it anyway. So yeah, that is a firm plan. Next on the list is a duvet. So we've all got duvets pottering about in our cupboards, haven't we? And I recently helped my mum clear out her beddings and towels and everything, and she had a lot of king size duvets, but her bed is a double. They've moved recently and downsized, so they've now gone from a king size bed to a double bed, and obviously don't need all the bedding. So I was looking through the bedding and found these beautiful pillowcases, and I've got to show, they're just this plain cream, but if you look at that embroidered detail, I don't know if it's showing up. I just thought it was lovely, and I just had visions straight away of it on a yoke like this. In fact, I'm thinking sagebrush. I'm thinking that would just look lovely. Maybe on the back, I don't know, but it's going to be a shirt of some description, I think. So I've got 2 of those. And obviously there's a bit of fabric there, but probably not enough to make a garment. Well, maybe there is actually, depending on what I go for. But I've got 2 of those with that lovely detail on. And then I've also got the bed sheet that goes, well, it kind of goes with it. It's the same colour fabric. The actual pattern on it's a little bit different. Not as nice embroidery, but still got some embroidery on it, so I probably wouldn't use that because it's a bit chintzy for me. But definitely the actual fabric itself, and I don't know whether I'd dye it or not. I mean, that's quite a, I don't know. I quite like the cream, and some of the ideas that I've got for that is the Romey Gathered Dress and Top by Sew House 7. So I really like the idea of doing the dress, or the top, don't really mind, whichever I've got enough fabric for. I think that'd be really lovely. Or there's the Hailey shirt, would look quite nice. That's got a yoke as well, so would possibly work quite well with that bit of fabric. But I'd need to have a play about with the pattern pieces, cut it all up and see what it looks like. But yeah, they're 2 options. So yeah, look out for like really interesting bed sheets, and see what you can find. But they're the bed sheets they're the ones that I found, and I just want to somehow incorporate this lovely detail here and in the middle, and that little line there. I just think put in an outfit that would just look so nice. So again, don't know how that'll work, but I just need to have a play around with patterns. So my final idea is, we have in the house loads of these big fluffy blankets. My girls are crazy for a fluffy blanket, and we've just got loads of them lying around the house everywhere, in all different colours, and this one's massive. We've been talking about having one of these hoodies, which are basically a wearable blanket. It's a hoodie and a blanket all in one, and there's a pattern on Do It Better Yourself Club called the Billie wearable blanket, and it's actually a free pattern. I'll just insert a photograph here. I'm just looking at it on my phone, and I'm thinking to make one of those out of this and turn it into a wearable blanket, and I think that would just be really easy to do. and you wouldn't need to line it because it's dead comfy, and you just big one of these would make a perfect hoodie, oodie, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, this is what I'm thinking. So that is my final upcycle idea. So I hope you like those ideas. Now, because my vlog is at the end of the month, what I thought would be really fun for you guys is actually to be able to see if I actually made these or not. So if all things being well, I'm going to click my fingers and I should be wearing one of my upcycle garments. Hi everybody, I'm back. So hopefully if everything went to plan, you have just watched my vlog where I talk about my inspiration and my ideas and the different things that I was thinking of doing for Sew Upcycle 22. And I'm pleased to confirm that I did actually do the Collage Gathered top. Now, if you remember from my video, and I'll show a photo, you had 3 items of clothing. I had a leopard print vest, some black lightweight denim that was cut off from my husband's jeans that I turned into shorts, and then some chambray, that I had a chambray dress that I just wasn't wearing anymore. And I wanted to make this collage top by Matchy Matchy Pattern Company. So I went for the short sleeve because I didn't have enough fabric for the long sleeved one anyway, but I really like the cuff detail, and this pattern is just really good. So all the pieces, obviously you get all the pieces to the pattern. Now I did have to make the smaller size than I was going to, but I am glad I made the smaller size because it's very oversized. I went for a size small, and I was going to make the medium, but when I put the pieces onto the fabric they just wouldn't fit. So I went for the small, which is a chest 35 to 36, a waist 28 to 29, and a hip 38 to 39. But to be honest with you, it's so oversized around those areas, you just need to go on your bust measurement. So to be fair, it probably is the right size for me because I'm a 36-inch bust. So I'm really happy with that. The finished garment measurements are 42.5. So you're looking at 6 inches of ease there anyway. View A is a beginner and View B is an advanced beginner. So it's basically a beginner pattern. Great for, you could use fat quarters for this really easily. The instructions are brilliant. I think they were really good. Yeah, I found the whole process really enjoyable, really enjoyed making it. And yeah, every single bit on this top is made from an upcycle garment. Even the binding was a upcycle, was part of the fabric. The really nice thing that you get in this is pattern is you get I haven't got the printout actually because I think I've thrown it away, but you get an A4 printout of the front and the back, and you can then colour in your like design. And I had to play around. I mean, I had to go with this really because this was the format that fit the fabric that I had. I couldn't have had the black in the middle because I didn't have enough fabric. So I'll stand up so you can see what it looks like, and I will have some pictures of this. So you can see that I used the leopard print, sorry I'm cutting my head off, the leopard print here, the black here, same at the back, leopard print at the back, and then the chambray on the sides. And if you notice here, I didn't have enough chambray here to do the full length of these panels. So what I did was cut out, I had some more of the leopard print and basically made up that whole panel with the 2 pieces of fabric. So I kind of made my own pattern pieces almost. And then the same with the front. The front didn't quite have enough length, so I put a little bit of the black denim that I had left on that lower edge. And then I've got this really cute label, which I think I want to say So Anonymous, but I'll check, that says sustainably made. So yeah, I really love it. So I am just going to take this off so I can just show you some of the bits where I had to be really clever with my fabric. Right, I'm back. Sorry about the lighting in here. I'm filming this at like 7 o'clock in the morning, so that's why it's a little bit strange, the lighting today. Right, so there's one piece where I didn't quite have enough width in the black fabric. So as you can see, if that's showing up, I've got a seam line here where I had to put two pieces of fabric together, but you can't see it, so I'm quite happy with that. The bias binding I actually obviously pieced together. The bias binding is in 1, 2, 3 parts. And as I say, at the bottom here, I had to put that together, and here. But the beauty of this pattern is you can do all that. It's all overlocked inside. And yeah, I'm just really happy with the finished article. I'm off to London today with my girls. I'm going to wear this, and I've got my shoes that match. So I'm all leopard printed up. And so I hope you found my vlog inspiring. There's lots of ideas there. I only had time to do one, but the one that I've done I'm really, really happy with. And all the other ideas that I had, I'm probably still going to do at some point. So that's all from me for now. I hope you enjoyed this vlog, and if you like this video, please click the like button, and I'll see you all soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.